Sojo, Iba, Iba, la, Iba Sojo, Iba la, Roye, Shu Iba la, Iba Sojo, Iba la, Roye, Baba Iba la, Iba Sojo, Iba la, Roye, Shu Iba la, Iba Sojo, Iba la, Roye, Baba Iba la, Shu Iba la.
Greetings, family. How y'all doing today? How everybody doing today? Well, I pray that everybody's at peace. Everybody's loving on themselves, you know, with the best love that they can imagine giving themselves, which is basically being kind, being understanding, being considerate, being open, being giving, being in a state of receiving. You don't want to turn down no blessings. you know, you don't want to deny nobody no blessings either. Yeah. But I hope y'all in the best state of mind possible. Okay. I just want to share my thoughts, part of my struggles, what I'm working on, what I'm striving towards, just in general. Uh, I like to extend honors to my EFA family. I extend honors to Nation of Gods and Earth family. I like to extend honors to the Nation of Islam family. I like to extend honors to my Christian family. I like to extend honors to my Hebrew Israelite family. I like to extend honors to my Tai Chi family. I like to extend honors to my Moorish family. I like to extend honors to my uh, Black Panther family. I like to extend honors to my Catholic family. I like to extend honors to my Clarksdale family. Okay. I like to send honors to my Cuban family, my Jamaican family, my Rastafarian family. It's a difference. I like to send honors to my Puerto Rican family, my Mexican family, my North, South, and Central American family. Okay, got big family over here. Uh, I like to send honors to my Chinese family, my European family. Uh, I like to send honors to my family all over the world. I like to send honors to my Louisville family. Okay, I send honors to my divine family. Send honors to my earthly family. I like to send honors to uh, my brother Dion Gant Eel. I like to send honors to uh, my first sheep, Larry Watkins Eel. I like to send honors to I like to extend honors to Kane Furrow Bay for the experience that I had with him. I've learned a lot, whether it was good or bad, and I learned some good and bad from the brother. Okay, I just want to extend honors to that brother. Without a foe, soldiers never knows his strength. Okay, uh, I like to extend honors to everybody whose lives I have impacted, and whose lives have impacted me. Whether it's good or bad, whether it's perceived to be good or bad. I'm letting you know I got some good out of it, because it taught me a lesson. It taught me something that I could use to move forward in life. Okay. Uh, who else? I like to give special honors to my daughter, uh, Dakisha Hobbs Bay. Uh, and I like to give special honors to my grandbabies, Journey Hobbs and Justice Hobbs. I miss you, grandbabies. Uh, so with that being said, family, I've been on a spiritual journey for some time, and in that journey, I had my ups and downs. Okay, I'm talking about some downs that were major. Okay, and when I'm down and you ain't trying to help me and you making it worse, I know it wasn't good for you. Okay, uh, and it's not that I should apologize at this moment in reference to the statement that I made because I have apologized in the past. From the statement I just made, I'm acknowledging that the facts. If I'm already down, if I'm vibrating low, and you come at me with in the low, whatever response you got, I know it wasn't good. Okay, it wasn't supposed to be good. We both in the low. We both down and out. We both vibrating on low vibrational energy. What's supposed to be the outcome? What it's supposed to be. We want to complain, about what each other did, in the past. Not ain't about what we did, it's about what you did. And to me, it's about what I did, because I can learn from you. But if I'm focused on you, I'm not gonna learn from my mistakes because I'm not gonna see my mistakes. So the focus is on yourself, what you did in the situation, not what the other person did. Because somebody that's constantly focused on what the other person done, they missing out on their blessings. Because they only focus on what the other person done because they're allowing that pain and how they was affected in the negative dominate in their mind. So if that's your distraction, then you definitely can't see yourself. So it's important to focus on yourself because I focus on me. Only I can make my life better, nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And I don't let nobody dictate the outcome of my life. Okay, I make that decision. If I listen to you and it didn't turn out right, then eventually I'm gonna learn not to listen to you no more. Okay, and get to the point where, man, we can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing ain't working for me. It ain't best for me. It's not in my best interest. It's not productive. It's not producing anything. It's not taking me to where I'm trying to go. So our relationship has to end. Okay, and I done ended a lot of relationships with people. Okay, because it just wasn't good for me. I'm trying to go somewhere where a lot of people don't even believe. Okay, but yet everybody, if and when they find out, everybody gonna be like, yeah, hey, what about me? Now you gotta go on your journey. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says you have not because you ask not. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask it, then you're gonna receive the instructions on which way to go to find what you're looking for. Okay, it's not just gonna come to you in the mail. It's not coming to you in the mail. Okay. Uh, so on my spiritual journey, I cut a lot of people off for the sake of my own well-being. Uh, and I learned about energy. It's not about how a person look. It's not about how or what a person says. It's not about what a person does for you. Okay. In essence, it's about their energy. Are they positive or are they negative? Okay. When I say are they positive or they negative, what are they? I'm gonna say 75% of the time. Okay. It's over 50%, which is 25 cents. 25 25% over 50%. Because 50 would be half and half. At 75%, you got another quarter left to make 100%. So you're closer to the no, you're not. 75, 25, okay, 70 and 30, yeah. But 75 and it's 25 left. Yeah, yeah. I'm tripping. You're closer to the dollar at 75% and 50%. Okay. So, and it's like giving a person room for error. Okay. We're not perfect. Okay. So since we're not perfect, we can't expect nobody else to be perfect. However, you should strive or be striving for perfection. Think about it. If you're not striving for perfection, what are you striving for? Imperfection. So, in other words, my point is either you're moving forward, okay? Because if you're not moving forward, you still got to move, okay? So that means you're moving backwards. You ain't going up and you ain't going down. You can't go up unless you use some type of object to go. But we ain't talking about that. We talking about life, positive and negatives, okay? You're moving in the positive or you're moving in the negative. I don't need the negative. I need positive. I need positive. I need positive. I need more positive. I need more positive. I need more positive. Okay? I feed off of positive. You can knock me because I don't want to participate in the negative. So, judge me. Call me what you want. You know what I'm saying? Give me whatever name you think I should have, whatever you think fits me. Okay? But at the end of the day, positive, elevation, progress, prosperity, success, independence, uh, exaltation, transformation, metamorphosis. Okay? That way. So if you got interest over here, okay, and it takes up a lot of your time, I mean you don't vibe. If you bring that energy around me, I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna sense it. I'm gonna pick up on it. I'm gonna grasp it. I'm gonna acknowledge it. And it's got to be spoken on because we can't avoid the elephant in the room. Okay? First time I ever used that. That elephant, I see him. Don't try to pretend like an elephant ain't sitting here with him. You know what I'm saying? Loud as he is. Woo! And it's loud. Okay? Now, some of us pick up on that negative energy, and it's not comfortable. Okay, it's a reminder of past experiences. Some of them perceived to be bad, but definitely acknowledged as something that we don't want to repeat. We don't want to go through. So, family, main thing we got to understand about life. Life is energy first before it's anything. Okay, because it's the life that produces life. It's just we're living a spiritual life in a physical body, but we have yet to focus on the continuous spiritual not more so manifestation, but the continuous spiritual, I guess I can say manifestations of life. In other words, you see the physical life, and that's basically what you caught up in, the physical. Okay. You don't understand the concepts behind the physical. You don't understand the rulers, spiritual rulers behind the physical. Okay. You don't understand the essence of life and how the essence of life governs all of life. And this is that big picture you're missing. And it's that big picture that I'm coming to see. Okay, it's starting to real itself more. And I want more of it, like I said, more. If you don't want more, you can't ride with me because I'm on some more stuff. Okay? I want more out of life. You know what I'm saying? I want more out of everything that I do. And if you don't want more, then you gotta find somebody that don't want more. You gotta hang out with somebody that don't want more. Okay, I'm looking for people that want more out of life. We hang out, vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm on my level. You're on your level. But if you're trying to move forward and I happen to be on a higher level than you, then I'm that kind of guy you want to be around. Okay? But let's say you know more than me. Okay? And you see that you know more than me. I want more. I want what you got. You see what I'm saying? So reach out and say, hey, brother, I got something you might be interested in. Okay? But right now, if it's financial, We can probably make a way. We will make a way if that way is needed. Okay, but for right now, you know, finance is coming in. So until they come in, I can't kick out nothing. Okay, or like I said, we might figure out a way. But reach out to me. Hey, I got something you might be interested in, brother. DM me. Tap into the comment section. You know, I'm open to knowledge. I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to move on a higher plane. I'm trying to tap in with my highest being. Okay, let's just say the whole body was degrees, 360 degrees. I'm gonna say I'm about above midpoint. Okay, because I'm 51. Okay, but I'm where I'm at. Okay, but I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to elevate. I'm trying to graduate, and y'all see what I'm speaking on, what I'm talking about. So y'all know that I need help in certain areas because there's certain things I speak on, certain things I don't speak on. I can't speak on what I don't know. Okay, so what I don't speak on that you know it's what I need. So holler at me and stand a hand to the brother. Okay. Uh so on my journey, I have to figure out how to conduct my affairs the right way. Like I was sharing before, you know, I come to learn that there's a private side to life and there's a public side to life. Same way there's a physical and there's a spiritual. Duality, two sides, okay? Two sides to everything, two sides to every story, two sides to every event, two sides to life, okay? Because of duality. And with understanding that, I got to make sure I understand both sides of life so I can make a conscious choice which one I want, okay? I can't make a choice on something I don't understand. So if you don't understand your spiritual self, then you can't make the choice to be your spiritual self. In order to be your spiritual self, you have to learn what your spiritual self is. Okay? So once you learn what it is, then you can become it. Or you can merge back into it, so you can tap back into it because it's you naturally. It's just through your choices that you make, you take yourself away from the spiritual self and you keep yourself in the physical. But that's how you've been taught. That's how you've been programmed. That's how you've been indoctrinated. It's not your fault. But what is your fault is when the truth is spoken to you and you don't take heed. When the truth is spoken to you and because you don't know it's the truth and you don't look into it, that's your fault. Because that was your opportunity to grasp the truth and set yourself free. And you didn't take an opportunity. You didn't research what you heard. You just listen to stuff. What for? To look for something that you might be interested in. You know what I'm saying? Something that, when I say interested in, I'm saying more so something that uh, pleases your fancy, something that tickles your ear. Okay, where has that got you so far? You keep finding those things that make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? And how long does it make you feel good? You know what I'm saying? Does it give you what you're looking for in life? Okay, so remember when you go to seek, look for something that's going to bring about the change that you're looking for. Okay, and that's what you got to listen for. And through listening, if you don't understand what's being said, you got to stop it. That's why you got control over your phone. It's a play button and with a stop button. Okay, you punch that stop button and you research what was just said. You look up that word that was mentioned that you didn't catch, because that word is important to the sentence and the message that's being relayed to you and to others. And the only way you're going to understand if you get into the word that you don't understand. Every word that's mentioned that you don't understand, if you want to understand truly, if you really want to change your conditions, you'll take time out to look that word up. Because every time you take time to look up a word, you're investing in yourself. And you're saying that you are valuable. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't look the word up, you're saying you're not valuable. You're saying you're not important enough to know the meaning of that word in order for you to set yourself free through the understanding of the message that's being relayed. In other words, why waste your time watching a video that you don't understand fully? Okay? When the way you understand it is if you look up the word that a person spoke that you didn't understand. That's your responsibility. That's not on the person to stop and break down the definition of every word that they speak. Okay? They give you the message. Be grateful that you're getting the message, but be grateful to yourself in making sure that you look that word up or look those words up so you can grasp the message that was for you. But it's only for you if you're going to look into it. Okay? This is the digging. This is the work you got to do. And this is how you get paid spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Through this investment. Invest in your time, your energy, your effort. Okay? That's how you pay yourself through spirit. Okay? You got to tap in. It's like God say in scripture somewhere. You take, and I'm not quoting, but it says something to nature. You take one step towards me, I take 3 steps towards you. Okay? Your highest being waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors waiting on you. Your God waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit guides are waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call them, they waiting on you to tap into your inheritance, to your abundance, to your true self. Because the enemy has taught you to deal in your low. If he's an enemy, he represents the devil, right? So he gonna pull you in so you can be a follower. And now you're following, not realizing you're following the devil, and not realizing you're following out the examples of the devil because you think it's good. Why? Because you see that it's so prevalent in your circumstance. It's so prevalent in your environment. It's so prevalent in your surroundings. It's so prevalent in your community. So if everybody's doing it, then you think, okay, it's got to be the right thing to do. No, it ain't how that works. Okay, it ain't how it works. Ask yourself, who controls the system that you are part of? United States is a system. Technically, it's a corporation. You operate up under that corporation. That corporation controls every aspect of your life. Okay? Now, with that being said, would you say God is running that system or that corporation? Or would you say the devil is running that system or corporation? Yeah, y'all don't like them kind of questions. Mm-mm. Y'all don't like. See, and that's proof that you're not ready for the truth. When certain questions asked and you get upset, you get mad, yeah, you ain't ready. That's a sign that you ain't ready. You know, a person that's ready is gonna sit back and look at that, think about that question. You're gonna be like, ooh, because it's revealing certain things. When a question is asked, your brain gets to start to process the question, and through processing that question, an answer is formed. A lot of times, depending on how in tune you are. Some of us are naturally in tune when we're asked questions, and sometimes answers come quicker than others. Okay, sometimes answers don't come so quick. It takes a little bit more information to trigger. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how far away we are from that aspect of reality. Because there are many aspects of reality. Like there's many degrees. Okay, so uh that question you have to ask yourself, and you got to be real with yourself. So if you're real with yourself and you say, okay, I would say it's more of the devil, then you got to start to find God. You got to start looking for God. That's how you're going to save yourself. You got to start finding the truth, because the lie is what's causing you to be in a situation that you're not comfortable in. Okay? That's why they say the truth sets you free, because you've been lied to all your life. You believe in so many lies right now, and you've been deceived so much that to come into the truth, you'll be upset for a minute if you ain't already tapped in. And there's some things you just don't want to accept as truth, because you're not ready to deal with that aspect of the truth. But all of us are somewhere where we're not willing to deal with certain things, sometimes out of habit. You know what I'm saying? When you get a habit of doing things and it's working for you in the sense that you choose for it to work. In other words, you got accustomed to what it provides, what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? And the process that it consists of. You're used to going through a certain process and you don't want to switch up on your process, you know, which is a program. Okay. Uh, the will of man makes possible the actions of the Holy Breath. Basically saying the will of man makes possible the actions of truth. Truth can't come into you unless you're ready for that truth. That means you can't knock the brains out of falsehood until you embrace that truth. So you have to desire that truth in order to get free. A lot of times we say we want something, but we're not ready or willing to do what it takes to get it. Okay. Uh, by the way, I don't own the rights to the music that's been playing in the background. Uh, so this right here is Love Yourself to Heal Body, Mind, and Soul. 528 hertz music therapy to activate self worth and self love. That's what this music does. See, just by me saying that, some of y'all don't believe that music can do what they said, that it can heal you. You know what I'm saying? Mind, body, and soul. That is therapy. That's because you're ignorant of that fact. Ignorant means you lack the knowledge. Okay? Just lack knowledge. We all lack knowledge in something, so we're all ignorant in some area or degree. Okay? But some of us are just plain ignorant because majority of the things that we say we can't back up, we can't support it, we can't uh, reveal a source in which we got it from. We like sponges that embrace false sayings, false beliefs without uh, research. Okay, and research, in other words, we take things for face value. We don't look into the true value of what we hear or confirm to be true what we hear. We just take it as gospel and we just go start spreading. Okay. And it's sad. It's what ignorant people do. Okay. Uh, and sometimes people who have knowledge, they slip up and they make the same mistake and they'll spread something that they haven't confirmed to be true. Uh, and there's different reasons, or how can I put that? Because it's not justified, so it can't be a reason. So let's just say there's many excuses that we could find why we do that. And excuse is not really a good word either. Let's say, you know how you go in your mind and you reflect back on a decision you made, and you, before you made that decision, you analyze how you felt, you analyze what you was going through, what your state of mind was, and you can be like, oh, okay, now I see why I did that, I see why I said that, I see why I responded that way. Okay. uh so you was influenced by something that you didn't pay attention to at the time, that caused or influenced you to say what you said or did what you said. And that's why reflection is the business of man. A sense of his state is his first duty. Okay. It's good to reflect. It's good to recall. It's good to analyze your past your present. Okay, to be ever mindful of the influences around you and what's influencing you. Because certain things influencing us that we really don't want to influence us. We want to cut that influence off because that influence is what's been causing us a lot of hell that we've been going through. Okay. So you got to ask yourself, who have I been listening to? Who have I been allowing in my ear that's influencing my thinking, which therefore is influencing my decision making? And that's how the enemy does you. They'll throw certain things out there in that commercial. You know what I'm saying? Influence your mind before you know it. You believe in it something that you don't even know nothing about. And through that belief, you're acting on it. You either buying the product, which is not good for you, or you participating in the service that in the end it's not going to be good for you. You know what I'm saying? Or you enslaving yourself through signing contracts that are adhesive. It means they lean majority towards one way than another, or in your favor. Okay. In other words, you get the ass end of the stick. Okay. So we got to be mindful of everything. We're not used to taking on that level of responsibility. And I think that's another thing that people find uncomfortable about me. I'm too strict. You know what I'm saying? Uh, when I play by the rules, I play by the rules. You know, I pay my bills. You know, I try to be responsible enough to pay my bills. And I always been that way. As long as I got the money, I'm gonna pay. If I don't got the money, I can't pay. Right? Okay. Uh, so a lot of people like to get over. They like to do what they want to do and not handle their responsibilities, not do what they need to do to keep the roof over their head, to keep their car functioning right, to keep their minds stable, to keep their bodies clean, to keep good health. You know, they don't want to learn about their health. They just want to keep eating what they want to eat. They don't want to go on a diet, even though they don't like how big they are or how skinny they are. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to eat more. They don't want to eat less. It's always about what they don't want to, what they don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? But you want certain things. But you want other things that go against the things that you want. You need things that you can't get because you caught up in your wants. You won't let your wants go. So it means you're in your own way. See, I done learned these lessons, you know. So if anything, if I find myself getting caught up in these infirmities and these weaknesses, I know it. Okay. So through knowing that I can come up out of it because we're energy. And like I said, different things influence our energies in a way where they influence our decision making. So one day we might find ourselves going through something that we didn't go through yesterday. That's because something influenced us today. We allow something in our minds that got in and we grab hold of it, not knowing where it come from, and we find ourselves doing it. And then when it was too late or right before it's too late, we'll catch it or we'll notice it and be like, hold up, man, where'd that come from? How'd that happen? Oh, man, something you should have corrected before to avoid the disaster or to avoid the misfortune or to avoid the disease. Okay? This is the kind of control that we got to start getting over our minds, you know? Because if our minds ain't right, then our decisions not going to be right. And if our decisions are not right, then our life is not going to be right. And we're going to find ourselves constantly going through ups and downs because of the choices we're making. We know they're not some of them are not right, the right choices. But we allow our feelings to dictate and govern our decision making. Remember, I said feelings change. So if you keep acting off your feelings, then that's the reason why you keep going back and forth, doing the same thing over and over again over a period of time. Okay? But you're constantly blaming the other person. But you making the decision. Okay? We got to be grown-ups. We got to be mature in our decision making. See, y'all still children because y'all ignorant. Y'all have no knowledge of what you're doing, how you're doing it. If it's right, you think right is right just because you made that decision. No, that ain't what makes it right. you know. And a lot of things that you think is right for you is wrong for everybody else. That's why you beefing with everybody else, and don't want to acknowledge that the beef started with yourself. You created that beef in your mind, the way you perceive that situation. And since you perceived it wrong, then when you went to handle it or resolved it, you did that wrong too, because that was dictated by your feelings, your emotions. What about logic and reason? What about principles? Why can't I take love and apply it to any and every situation that I'm in and come out right versus applying hate or applying anger or applying frustration? See, because my experiences in the past, me dealing in anger, frustration, hurt, pain, it always turned out wrong. It always turned out wrong. So I want something different. So because I wanted something different, I start to think different. I start to listen to different music. I start taking on and taking in different information. Okay. And from that experience, things got better. I start to feel it. I start to experience it. I start to live it. And as I lived it, I'm like, yes, this is what I want. So I keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I open that door to let that old information back in, or them old people in, or these old thoughts, or these old energies, I'll be like, well, always agree. Go back to that way I didn't want it. So therefore, I got to shut that door. I don't call that person no more. Ooh, it was just too much. Oh man, what is on his or her mind? Whatever. I don't want no parts of that. You know. But you got to pay attention, and you got to be able to make right decisions. All it takes is really conversation with somebody. Ask somebody a question, and just see what their input is. Don't focus more so on what they're saying. Focus on their energy and see if that energy is set right with you. And you got to see, in other words, you've been living with your devil all your life. It's like your best friend. But it comes a day, and I'm sure you experienced it, you just still chose the wrong direction. Where you notice, like, damn, this person been in my life all this time, or this energy been in my life all this time, but I've been complaining for a long time about how I don't like how my life is going. But you never pinpointed with that person. You never pinpointed with that energy, because you perceive that energy and that person as being good just because of what you called them, whether it's a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, ace coon boom, your boo, uh, your forever, whatever you put title on. The title don't make the person what they are. Okay? It's the same way if you're a Moor and somebody call you a nigga or call you black, it don't mean you're a nigga or black. Okay? You are who you are, whether you know it or whether the person that's called you something else knows it. Okay? So it's on you to come to that realization that, man, all this time I've been sleeping with the enemy. All this time I've been sleeping with the enemy. You got to be able to admit that. Because if you don't, you're going to keep sleeping with the enemy. You're going to keep laying in bed with the enemy. And I'm not talking literally. It can apply literally. But I'm talking generally. Any and everybody that you deal with, that you trust, it boils down to, can I really trust them? Are they really trustworthy? Have they shown to be trustworthy? Have they shown to be in my best interest? If they ain't been in my best interest and they've been in my life and around my life and a part of my life for so long, and what I've been experiencing ain't been good, then you got to ask yourself, why are you still in that relationship? Why do you still have that ties and them that bond in that working relationship with that person or with that group or with that company? Okay? Because you making a choice. That's the only reason why they're still in your life. Because of your choices. You got to realize what you're doing with your choices to yourself and stop blaming other people. It was your trust in them that opened the door for them to cross you, to betray you, to trick you, to deceive you, to lie to you, to steal from you. You opened that door. You trusted somebody that couldn't be trusted. So your judgment was wrong. Your decision was wrong. If you fix your decision making, which stems from your thinking, then you can change your whole life. Because that's what I'm in the process of doing. So I'm striving, I'm evolving into the executor over my estate. Okay, that's what I'm learning. Okay, and uh, being executor is a big position. And when you learn about the executor, you learn about your power. And then you learn how to handle your affairs on the private side, you know what I'm saying, which takes care of it on the public side. Instead of having your affairs on the public side and not having control over the private side. Because if you handle your affairs just on the public side, you're going to pay twice. Okay? You hold the liability. You know what I'm saying? You're accepting the liability. You're accepting the responsibility to pay. And if you choose to pay, not understanding the law, then you're doing yourself an injustice. If you're paying any bill with money out your pocket, you're doing yourself an injustice. But you're only doing it because that's what they taught you to do. It's what they programmed you to do. It's what you seen your mama do. It's what you seen your daddy do. It's what you see your grandmother doing, your great grandfather doing, your great great grandmother, your great great grandfather, your aunt, great uncle, great great uncle, your cousins. You can see everybody doing it this way, and you just gonna follow suit. But everybody got problems, the same problem, because everybody got the same bills, and everybody handling it the same way. One we think they're handling a different way. And what are you talking about a different way? Yeah, it's a different way. I just told you it's a public and it's a private. Okay? You in the public. You've been taught to handle your affairs this way. There is a private side. Learn about that private side, and you can free yourself of the liability that you put yourself in. Ain't nobody did it to you. It was your ignorance. It is your ignorance. And it will always be your ignorance that caused you to suffer. You, not nobody else. The devil ain't made you do nothing. Okay? The devil don't make you do nothing. He make suggestions to you, but it's on you to accept the suggestion. It's on you to accept the advice. It's on you to allow your ear to be tickled by the deception. So you got to be equipped with your sword. You got to be equipped with your black breastplate. You got to be equipped with your shield. You got to be equipped with your helmet. You got to understand that you are at war and you not equipped. So don't cry about you losing. Equip yourself. Plain and simple. Equip yourself. So I'm equipping myself. I'm gaining knowledge. I read every day. I study. I learn something every day. I listen to videos every day. You know what I'm saying? I let the right information in order for it to be a part of every part. So when I go to make decisions, I make decisions based on the knowledge that I obtain. That's how it works. Because the knowledge I had before kept me suffering, kept me in pain. Okay? See, family, we got to make a choice. We either going to stay the way we are or we're going to make a transformation. Okay? We're going to make a metamorphosis. We're going to make a resurrection. Okay? We're going to go through the process of change. On solutions. You can't stay the same. You stay the same, you're going to keep experiencing what you've been going through. You're talking about Jesus come to save you. What he saving you from? What's the process? The people that's showing you the process, is it the right process? And then after you go through that process, do you feel saved? Are you experiencing freedom? Are you experiencing salvation? Look up the word and see if you experience what the word means. If you're not experienced that, then somebody lied to you again. You got to find the truth. The truth will set you free. Don't believe everything you say, but believe everything you say. People say. You know what I'm saying? When I say believe, take it up under consideration. You know what I'm saying? Until it proves itself wrong. It means you got to keep looking into the words that people say. Once you look into the word that people say, the truth is going to reveal itself. If somebody say something, you look that word up, and it's not in accord with what they said, you know you're dealing with a liar. Okay? I ain't talking about every little thing, because sometimes we do make mistakes and we express things not so accurately because we're not versed in the language. Okay? That's why you just don't get on here and just get to run your mouth. Okay? That's why I'm careful about the things I say. Okay? But I can still make mistakes. But you can call me out on my mistakes. Just put it in the box. You know what I'm saying? In the text and messages. You know, hey, you said such, 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 such. Did you mean that? Because really it goes like this. Then I can be like, yeah, I did mean that, but it wasn't in reference to that. It was in reference to this. And I produce my evidence. Or I say, yes, you're right. That's what I meant. I said it wrong. See, we got to be able to do that. We got to be able to be honest. We got to be open. We got to be genuine. We got to learn to be pure. You know what I'm saying? We're not used to being pure. We used to playing games. We used to we play with the devil's toys, manipulative, deceptive. We like to. We just like to play too much. That's because when things get serious, we don't know what to do about it. We don't know how to step up. Nobody has taught us that. So we feel insufficient. We feel unworthy. We feel unvalued. We feel depreciated. You know what I'm saying? Because we got low self-confidence, low self-esteem. Because the information that we're constantly hearing about ourselves and our people, it's not something we're proud of. That's because we keep dealing with these lies in the avenues that we're receiving these lies from. We got to cut it out. We got to break off from that relationship because it's not good. I don't watch the news. I don't read the newspaper. I don't put that garbage in my head because it doesn't serve me. This is not my US is not my government. I have my own government, you know, that I'm a part of. Why? Because I claimed it. Why? Because I learned that's what I got to do, or I'm going to remain a citizen, of the U.S. I don't want to be a citizen of the U.S. because to be a citizen of the U.S. is to be a slave. You know what I'm saying? Now, I may control the citizen that's depicted in my name, that's called my straw man, that is a U.S. citizen. I may control him, represent him, handle his affairs, but that's not me. See how I learned the distinction between me and my straw man? I'm the flesh and blood. I'm the real man. I'm the executor over the estate, over the straw man. Okay? So I got to learn my functions there to be effective. So I can rise up out of the debt. Okay? Up out of sin. Up out of the world. Up out of the lie. Up out of the artificial. Up out of the illusion. So this is what the prophet do for you when you stand this lesson. He gonna redeem you. To redeem man from his sinful and fallen states of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his Father God alive. It's powerful too. It says, see the light, walk in the light, and be the light. That's what we gotta do, family. It's gonna unfold. You can't give up. A lot of y'all didn't gave up. Well, I meant for this to be short, but I take off a little long-winded. Uh, but all's well. I pray that y'all got something out of this. That you learned something. Uh, Gave you something to think about. You know, gave you something to reflect on. I know it's positive energy. I hope that energy influence you, because this is the kind of energy you want to influence you. Okay. Uh, and by being positive, you take that knowledge and somewhere down the line or on your journey, you're gonna hear somebody else say the same thing, which is gonna be confirmation that what I said was true. Okay. And if you keep seeking and you take that time out to look up some of the things I'm talking about, public, private, and all that, executor, straw man, the truth is gonna be revealed to you, fam. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do that part. You got to study. You got to research. You got to be that scientist. You know what I'm saying? That scientist is one that does research, does studies, analyzes things. You know what I'm saying? We are all natural scientists. Okay, we are all naturally gods and goddesses. We're naturally a lot of things that we haven't been taught. Okay, so peace, love, and happiness, family. Y'all have a great Saturday. It's beautiful outside. It is beautiful every day. Enjoy. Have a peaceful, loving, prosperous, and abundant day. All right, fam. Peace.